Hey Jonesy Babes and Anonymous Jonesy Babes, welcome back to my channel. So I want to give you guys a recommendation and review of a movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's called Disappearing Acts. Now before I get into that, I want to say this. I know I love horror. That's my thing. I know some of you guys like horror as well. But you know what? I'm willing to throw in some non-horror for the ones who don't like horror, okay? So I got you. I'm here, to throw a little mix in there. PhoneJones is going to mix it up, all right? So, and that's the name of my blog too. But anyway, so Disappearing Acts is one of my favorite movies. And Terry McMillan, she wrote a book called Disappearing Acts, and it's based off her book. Now, you know the book is going to give you all the juice, honey. The books are always juicier than the movie, but the movie isn't bad. I rate the movie a 9 out of 10. Okay, so Disappearing Acts, it follows the story of Zora Banks. Sanaa Lathan is playing Zora Banks, and Wesley Snipes is playing Franklin Swift. I think that's his last name. Now, Zora Banks moved from Manhattan to her newly renovated apartment in a brownstone, baby, in Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at, baby? I'm from Brooklyn, honey. Bed-Stuy, Bushwick, Fort Greene. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, and Franklin, he's Wesley Snipes is playing Franklin. He's polishing the floors. He's getting her apartment ready. But when she gets there, the floors are not dry. And she's kind of like upset because now where's all her furniture going to go? So he tells her, look, you can't move in yet because the wood grain floors are not dry. She's upset and threatens to fire one of the men from the moving truck because she was like, well, could you just wait half an hour? And they said, no, they got to go back to the shop. And she was like, what? I would have your ass fired. And he said, the number's on the fucking truck, lady. I was like, Laz Lonzo, what you doing? Because that's the guy who was playing in the movie, Laz Lonzo. He was one of the moving men. He is so damn fine. Lord have mercy. But anyway, so I was like, don't talk to my girl like that. But anyway, they just kept putting her furniture on the ground. So in desperation, she asked Franklin, will he be able to help her get moved in? And he agrees. He helps her move in. And you can tell that they had some type of energy. There was some type of connection they had from that moment while he was, helping her unpack and everything. So, now, I'm going to give you another taste. But I want you guys to really see this movie. Now, later on in the movie, Zora was walking home and she saw Franklin sitting on a stoop waiting for her. So she was like, what are you doing here? She chastised him and everything because he didn't warn her that he was coming out. So she said, what if I would have came home with somebody? And then he said, well, I would have had to act like I was here to see somebody else. And she said, you can't just show up at my door and expect to get in. And he said, I know that. And he said, can I come in? And she was like, yes. I was like, look at this shit here. Like, what? So, she let him in. She let him inside, baby. More ways than one. She let him inside. So they was talking. They was in the kitchen. And she opened her refrigerator. And he came behind her. And it went down. Okay, it went down, baby. So, later on they have a talk about their dreams and aspirations. And Zora wants to become a singer. And, Franklin, he wants to get his contracting business off the ground. But they both confessed that they were putting off love until they got themselves together. And Franklin tells Zora, listen, I am not a wealthy man. And Zora is okay with that. And she reassures him, stating that she is not looking for a rich man. Now, I'm going to stop right there because I want you guys to watch it. I don't want to spoil it for you. I think I gave you enough juice, to make you want to watch it. Now, this movie is a good movie. And the best time I would say to watch this movie, when you have a nice chill day, if you still have a DVD player, put it in there and watch it. But you can find it on, you can stream this movie. It's streamable. And I'm pretty sure you can find it on Prime, if I'm not mistaken. But you can find it. Get you some cheese and crackers if that's your snack, or whatever your snack is. Get you some wine, or whatever you drink, some wine or some soda or some juice, or even a bottle of water, whatever is your pleasure. And just sit down on your bed or your couch and just watch the movie. And I'm telling you, you're going to feel good about it. It's, Regina Hall is in here as well. And who else? Regina Hall. And I forget her name. Arundel? But you'll see her. But they are in this movie and they are Zora's best friends. I mean, every time I watch this movie, I'm like, oh my God. It starts off, where Brooklyn at? And I just get so hyped. And the music, the soundtrack, chef's kiss, top tier. The soundtrack is lovely. I love the soundtrack alone. I give the soundtrack to this movie a 10. Okay? I give it a 10. Now the book is off the train because it's off the train. It's off the chain because it shows you how toxic their relationship is. Zora and Franklin are toxic in the book. Oh my God. And another reason why I like this movie, because I can watch it and look at all the things in the neighborhood that's no longer there. And it breaks my heart that everything that's in that movie is no longer there. Like the restaurant, the Night of the Cookers is no longer there. Frank's lounge is no longer there. It's just a lot of things that when I used to see in passing, or if I visited that place a time or two, it's not there anymore. Brooklyn is not the Brooklyn that I used to know. And it's so sad. So when I see movies like this that shows the old Brooklyn from the 90s and the 2000s, I get hype. You know what I'm saying? Because everything has changed now. And it's sad because it's like everything that I grew up with as a kid, all my childhood things and stores and places are gone. Now the schools are still there, child. They ain't going nowhere. But, little stores and little restaurants, little clothing stores. Albee Square Mall, come on now. Come on. Now it's City Point. Now the Dime Savings Bank is still there, but it's not the bank anymore. It's the apartment buildings. But they kept the shell, They kept the shell of the bank, of the Dime Savings Bank. I mean, man, what a time. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Let me come on back. Watch Disappearing Acts. Now, if you watch this movie, let me know in the comment section, how did you feel about it? Did you like it? If you didn't like it, let me know. If you did like it, let me know. Let's have a conversation about it. And if you didn't watch it, I recommend it. All right. Later, guys.